It's 6:30 in the morning. The alarm has done its damage. And before your eyes are fully open, one thought arrives. Coffee. Not because you love it, because you can't imagine the morning without it. But here's the question nobody asks. If coffee really worked, why are you exhausted by 2 in the afternoon? Why does the first cup need a second? Why does every year seem to need a little more? It isn't your age. It isn't your willpower. And honestly, it isn't the coffee's fault either. It's the way your morning is built. In many Chinese homes, mornings are built differently. They follow a tradition of Chinese wellness called yangsheng, nourishing life. Small daily rituals, older than coffee itself, designed to wake the body gently instead of shocking it awake. The whole idea fits in one line. Coffee borrows energy. A Chinese morning builds it. Today, 8 of those rituals. No supplements, nothing to buy, no promise of a new life by Friday. Most take 5 minutes. One takes none at all. And the 8th ritual is the one Chinese tradition treats as the most important of all. It may surprise you. We'll get there. But the morning starts earlier than you think with 1 glass. Ritual 1. Warm water before anything else. Most of us flood an empty stomach first thing, iced water from the fridge. Or coffee, poured straight onto a stomach that hasn't seen food in 10 hours. Be honest, does that first sip actually feel good on an empty stomach? Or just necessary? In Chinese tradition, the stomach is pictured like a cooking pot. Warmth helps it start. Cold makes it work harder before the day has even begun. In many restaurants in China, warm water is still offered as naturally as cold water is offered in the West. That isn't a quirk, it's a habit the tradition never dropped. The ritual is simple. Boil water. Let it cool until it's comfortably warm, not hot. Drink 1 full glass slowly, before coffee, before food, before your phone. Hold the cup with both hands for a moment, and let the warmth reach your fingers first. Modern research frames it gently. After a night without fluids, warm hydration is simply easy on the body. And many people find it settles the stomach in a way coffee never does. Tomorrow morning, 1 warm glass before anything else. Then notice how the first hour feels. Once the glass is empty, your body is ready for ritual 2. This one costs nothing but a curtain. Ritual 2. Let the light in before the screen. Picture an old courtyard at sunrise. Doors open, windows open. The day is invited in. Now, picture most of our mornings. Curtains shut, face lit by a phone in a dark room. The body never gets the message that morning has arrived. In traditional Chinese thinking, the body is not treated like a machine with an on switch. It is treated like something that follows rhythm. Light, warmth, movement, food, and rest. So the practice follows the sun. You rise with light, and you let light tell the body it's daytime. The ritual takes 2 minutes. Before you check anything, open every curtain in the room. Stand at the window, look out at the morning, not down at a screen. Let your eyes take in real daylight, even on a gray day. In warmer months, step outside. 60 seconds on a doorstep counts. Research suggests morning light can be one of the strongest signals for wakefulness. It has also been associated with falling asleep easier that night, which means this ritual pays you twice. Tomorrow, open the curtains before you touch your phone. 2 minutes of sky before 200 notifications. Has your body even been told it's daytime yet? Once the light is in, it's time to move, slowly. Ritual 3. 5 minutes of slow movement. In Chinese tradition, gentle motion wakes qi, the body's working energy, not by force, by invitation. That's why early in the morning, parks across China fill with people moving slowly. Qi circles, stretching, unhurried walks. Nobody is out of breath. If you've ever watched those park circles and wondered what they know, it's this. They aren't exercising. They're arriving. Here's what most of us do instead. We go from pillow to chair to car seat. Or we swing the other way, a hard workout on a body that's still half asleep. Both miss the point. The ritual sits in between. 5 minutes. By the window you just opened. Roll the shoulders. Reach for the ceiling slowly. Turn the neck. Bend gently toward your toes and come back up. Breathe while you do it. Research suggests light morning movement supports circulation and alertness, without the strain of hard exercise on waking. Many people find it loosens the stiffness that makes them reach for a second cup. 5 slow minutes tomorrow. Set a timer if it helps. And notice something. By now you're awake, and coffee hasn't appeared once. Movement also wakes the appetite, which brings us to the table. Ritual 4. A warm breakfast sitting down. In many Chinese homes, morning still begins with steam rising from a bowl. Congee, slow-cooked rice porridge, has been the traditional recovery food for centuries. Warm, soft, simple. Notice what it isn't. It isn't cold cereal with cold milk, eaten standing over the sink. It isn't skipping breakfast entirely and calling coffee a meal. When did breakfast become something we do to ourselves on the run? In the traditional view, the morning stomach is a fire just getting started. Warm food feeds that fire. Cold food asks it to do double work. You don't need congee, you need warmth, oatmeal, eggs, warm leftover soup. Anything cooked, eaten sitting down, without a screen in your hand. 10 minutes is enough. And keep the drink warm too, in the old kitchens. An iced drink never sat beside a hot meal. The table kept one temperature. If mornings are rushed, cook tonight and warm it tomorrow. The tradition cares about the warmth, not the recipe. Research is modest here, and that's fine. Many people simply find a warm breakfast carries them to lunch more steadily than sugar and caffeine do. Steadily is the whole goal. Tomorrow, make the first meal warm and sit down for it. Your morning deserves a chair. Think of a man in his late 50s, standing in the kitchen at 7:10. One hand on the counter, phone glowing beside the toaster, coffee already half gone. He is not relaxed, he is already catching up. Emails before breakfast, news before sunlight, stress before food. He thinks he needs more energy, but what he really needs is a slower start. Because coffee was never really about taste, it was about coping. The second half is about the things we're coping with, your attention, your pace, and your nights. This is where mornings are actually won. Ritual 5, the quiet first hour. Be honest, where does your hand go before your feet touch the floor? For most of us, the phone, news, messages, other people's emergencies, all before breakfast. In traditional Chinese thinking, the early morning belongs to the body, not to the world. The mind is not forced awake. It's allowed to arrive. In Yang Sheng, the first part of the day is not for reacting. It is for gathering yourself before the world starts pulling at you. Watch how slowly an old courtyard wakes up. Tea first, birds first. The world can knock later. The ritual is one decision. The phone waits until after breakfast. 30 minutes if that's all you can manage. An hour if you're brave. The notifications will still be there. They always are. And if a real emergency comes, it will ring. Everything else can wait for toast. Many people find that delaying the phone lowers the tension they used to blame on mornings. Themselves. Your shoulders may tell you before your mind does. Notice what the quiet hour gives back too. Your first thoughts are yours again, not a stranger's headline. Tonight, charge the phone across the room, out of arm's reach. That single step makes the whole ritual nearly automatic. Protect the hour, and something interesting happens to the coffee craving as well. Because Ritual 6 is about your second cup. Ritual 6. Trade the second cup for tea. Here's the trap. The first coffee fades, so we pour another, then another after lunch. We stack borrowed energy on borrowed energy. Chinese tradition has a name for that overheated, overpushed state. Shanghuo, rising internal heat. The jittery hands, the dry mouth, the short temper by mid-morning. Sound familiar? Tradition's answer was never more stimulation. It was tea. In many Chinese offices, a lidded glass jar of tea follows its owner everywhere, topped up with hot water all day long. Gentler, slower, sipped through the morning rather than thrown back at the desk. The tea is not only a drink, it slows the hand, it slows the mouth, it slows the morning. Watch an older tea drinker sometime. The cup is small, the sips are slow. The morning lasts longer that way. Keep your first coffee if you love it. This ritual only asks for the second one. Replace it with green tea or simply more warm water. Many people find that gentler caffeine gives them a gentler landing. Fewer of those 2 o'clock crashes that send you straight back to the machine. Many people find 1 good cup plus tea beats 3 cups and a headache. Tomorrow, when the second cup urge arrives, make tea instead, once, just to see. And after any meal, the tradition has 6 famous words for what comes next. Ritual 7, 100 steps after you eat. There's an old Chinese saying, Fan Ho Bai Bu Zhou, after a meal, walk 100 steps. Many Chinese grandparents still say it. In some families, it is still part of the evening rhythm. Now look at our version. Breakfast, then straight to a chair, then a car, then another chair. The body is given fuel and then told not to use it. The ritual is exactly what the saying promises. After breakfast, walk 100 slow steps. Down the hallway, around the garden, to the corner and back. Count them if you like. It takes about 3 minutes. It's also the easiest ritual to share. Children count along. Couples talk. The saying survived the centuries because it's pleasant, not because it's strict. And this one has caught science's attention. Short, gentle walks after meals have been associated with steadier blood sugar. Steadier blood sugar feels like steadier energy. No equipment, no sweating. Just 100 steps between you and the mid-morning slump. Tomorrow, when the plate is empty, don't sit. Walk your 100. And now, the 8th ritual. The one we promised at the start. Here's the twist. It isn't a morning ritual at all. Ritual 8. The morning that starts the night before. There's a phrase many Chinese grandparents have repeated for generations. Zhao shui zhao qi. Early to sleep, early to rise. Many traditional Chinese teachings place night's rest at the foundation of everything else. No ritual, no tea, no walk can replace it. In the old way of counting, the day begins at sunset, not sunrise. Tonight is the first half of tomorrow. Now think about your own evenings. The scrolling at midnight, the one more episode. Then morning comes, and we ask coffee to repair a night it never can. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You've been running on borrowed evenings, and the debt comes due at 6:30 every morning. The ritual is quiet. Pick a bedtime and keep it. Even on weekends, put the screens down 30 minutes before. Let the evening slow down on purpose, the way the morning will thank you for. Modern sleep research points in a similar direction. Regular sleep timing is often associated with better daytime energy than extra sleep grabbed at random. Tonight, lights out 30 minutes earlier than usual. That's the entire ritual. Your mornings aren't failing you. They've been following the instructions you gave them the night before. From tonight, give them better instructions. So, the 8 rituals. 1 warm glass, morning light before the screen, 5 slow minutes of movement, a warm breakfast, sitting down, a quiet first hour, tea instead of the second coffee, 100 steps after eating, and an earlier, calmer night. Don't try all 8 tomorrow. That's the coffee mindset. Everything immediately, all at once. Choose one. Let it become normal. Then add another. Did your grandmother have a morning rule like these? Tell us in the comments what country she was from and what she used to say, because that is the quiet lesson of Chinese wellness. Energy is not something you grab on the way out the door. It is something you build, gently, through rhythm. In our next video, we look at the Chinese evening habits that help the body slow down before sleep. And the final habit is the one traditional Chinese physicians considered most important of all. We'll get there, but it starts where every Chinese morning starts. With water. And one rule about it you've probably been breaking your whole life.